Hey guys, this is Mike from businesscontent.ca, and today I want to come at you with 5 reasons why I think that your website is losing you money right now. The way that your customers are researching online before they make decisions, before they even talk to you, means that your website is so important to how you communicate the value of your company. So we're going to upgrade the old adage that if you don't have a website, your business doesn't exist, to if you don't have a website that turns traffic into customers, then you still don't exist. The first big mistake I see that many websites do is just too much text. You have 2 seconds to get someone's attention. You have about 5 seconds to point them somewhere useful on your website. And then you have maybe 10 to 30 seconds to actually deliver on that value. So text is great, but if it takes you about 30 seconds of reading just to kind of figure out why you should be on this website, your customer is already gone. So what you can do instead of having lots of text is use photos. A picture says 1,000 words and says a lot about the feeling, your brand, the colors, the emotion that you're trying to convey. Video is really good for capturing people's attention because it turns it from a reading, having to seek through your website, to just presenting information. You can take this advice too far and not have enough text, where you need to have headlines and headers and ways of organizing the site and drawing people's attention. So make sure you have good headers, nice, clear, concise text, and a mixture of media on your website to be able to convey information quickly. A question that you need to ask yourself: is there even a reason for your customers to be on your website? If you give somebody your business card with your store location, a phone number, your email, and your website doesn't convey any other information other than those kind of points, then why are they there? And if your customers aren't coming to your website and they're not spending any time there, then what is your website for if you're not creating any engagement? While I can't come up with a content strategy in this video that'll fit everyone, there's 3 simple things that you can do to fix this. So one thing you can do is have a useful blog. Share useful information that's not about you or your sales process or your company, that just helps people. This builds trust, and if someone can agree and find you useful and your blog useful, they'll probably look at you as an authority figure so that when they need to pay for services, they're going to come. Number 2, you need to value your customers' time. When you have useful information, make sure you convey it quickly. I guess I can't really take too much time for that last point, can I? And a third thing that you can do is you can make sure that you have updated content. Now, someone comes to your website once and they see that your last blog post happened about 4 or 5 months ago. What that subconsciously tells them is that they don't need to come to this website on a regular basis. They've come, they've looked at it, they realize you exist and where you are. Now they're never going to come back. So having relevant content and having up-to-date content isn't just about having a blog and selling and building trust. It's also just about giving them a reason to come back. Number 3, and it's even more important than the last one, is before someone even gets to your website, is there a way that they can actually get there? If you don't have good SEO, if you don't have good content, if you don't have your business listed in local directories, if you don't have it listed in industry directories, if you're not sharing consistently on social media, if you're not encouraging your clients to give you recommendations, if you're not doing all of these different things, you're making it harder for your customers to get to your website in the first place. Here's a thing you can try. Draw a map of all the different ways someone can get to your website. Every link you can possibly think of, every time you've been featured on another website, just draw them all out. And if that's not looking really comprehensive, spend some time and brainstorm some ways that you can open a couple more doors. Now, you can go the professional route with some SEO, a content marketing strategy, but there's a lot of easy ways you can get your links out there as well. The number 2 reason why your website is just leaking customers is, does it match the quality of the advertisements and other channels that you put out there? What I mean by that is, is if somebody gets really excited about your business, or they see a really awesome ad about your business, and then they get to your website and that excitement goes down and not up, then you have a very major problem. If you have anything that is taking your customer further away from the sale, it would be better that you had nothing at all instead of that bad piece of marketing. The number one reason why your website is a waste of your time and your money is if you have spent time and money on it, but you do not have a measurable way to say that it is actually creating business for you. This is the same whether you're doing advertising, whether you're getting a photo done, a video, whether you're going to spend time on Facebook. You need to be able to say without a shadow of a doubt that your website is making you money. And if not, you need to start back at square one and come up with a plan on how to do so. Now, that plan can't be done in a video like this, but I can at least leave you with 3 principles that will kind of help shape that planning process. Number 1, have a purpose for your website. Understand what it is you want the website to do. Do you want it to get someone to sign up for a newsletter? Do you want them to email you? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to join your community? You need to understand what that one action you want them to take is. Don't try and go for all of them because you'll end up getting them to do none. But once you understand that one purpose, everything becomes a lot easier. The second thing is once you understand your purpose and you're starting to make all of your website kind of push in one direction, anything that does not push them towards that sale, you just get rid of it. I know you might be really attached to your company history and your bio and all those other things that you want to say, but if they're not drawing you closer to that action, they're just a distraction. They just gotta go. And now that you've understand what your purpose is, you've gotten rid of all the junk, the next thing you need is a plan that you know that you'll have time to implement to be able to assist your website. Because a website isn't gonna work all by itself. You need to have a plan on how you're going to come up with new content to make Google happy and make your customers wanna come, and how to keep it updated regularly, and how your ads are going to work in tandem with your website. Now that's something for another blog article or maybe another video. But basically, once you have that basic concept of what is your website for, getting rid of everything that doesn't go in that direction, and 3, come up with some strategies on how to make the website work a little easier, you'll be on your way. A website is a lot like a retail store. If you walk into a retail store and everything's a mess and disorganized and you don't know where to go to find something, or you don't even know what the store is all about, you're gonna walk out and you're never gonna come back again. The same with your website. You need to make sure that people can understand what is the purpose of your website. What is it about? What can I find there? Is it something that I'm actually want to find? And will I want to come back? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like the video below if it helped you out. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to get more of this content, which we put out every single week, make sure you hit subscribe. And maybe share a story that you had of a bad website experience or a really awesome website experience. Put it in the comments below and it might help someone else. All right, guys, Mike from Business Content, and we'll see you next time.